student, welcome back to our physics class. Last class, what we learned? We learned about the matter. What is matter? Matter is defined as anything which occupies space and has mass. Occupies space. Matter occupies space. All matters, the things, materials or things occupy space. That means the amount of space occupied by matter is called its volume. So we learned volume also. Last class we learned volume also. Matter has mass. The amount of matter contained in an object is known as its mass. So we learned mass also. Composition of matter. We know that once the matter is made up of very tiny particles called atom. Very tiny particles called atoms. The atoms usually does not have any independent existence. Therefore, atoms combine to form molecules. A molecule is the smallest particles of matter which can exist independently and can retain the physical and chemical properties of matter. And we also learned the states of matter. A substance, depending on its temperature, can exist in three forms: solid, liquid and gas. Today we discuss about this: solid, liquid and gas. Solid, liquid and gas are called the three states of matter. These are called three states of matter. What are they? Solid, liquid and gas. These are called three states of matter. All substances are made up of molecules. The three states of matter arise due to the differences in the arrangement of the molecules of matter. The molecules of a substance are held together by a force of attraction between them. This force is known as intermolecular force of attraction. What is the intermolecular force of attraction? The force by which the molecules of a substance attract to each other. That is known as intermolecular force of attraction. Depending upon the strength of intermolecular force, the space between the molecules vary from different states of matter. This space is known as intermolecular space. The force by which the molecules are attract each other, that is known as intermolecular force. That force is known as intermolecular force, and the space is known as intermolecular space. A state of matter depends on the intermolecular force and the intermolecular space between its molecules. The arrangement of molecules of solid, liquid and gaseous. Solids. The intermolecular force is the strongest in solids. So the intermolecular space between the molecules in solids is practically absent, and the molecules are closely packed together. So the molecules in solids hardly move about. They only vibrate. The solids molecules are not flow. The molecules in solids hardly move about. That means they cannot flow. Only they vibrate in their place. Why? Because the intermolecular force is strong, too much strong, and the intermolecular space between the molecules are practically absent there. No intermolecular space between the two molecules of a solid. That is why the solids cannot flow. It only vibrates in its place. Liquids. The intermolecular force of attraction in liquids is not so strong as that in solids. So the intermolecular space in liquids is more than that in solids, and the molecules are less closely packed. The molecules in a liquid can move from one position to another within the liquid. That is why liquids have the property of being able to flow. So intermolecular force of a liquid is not that much like solid. The intermolecular space is also more than the solids, and they are very less closely packed. So the molecules in a liquid are able to flow. Gases. The intermolecular force of attraction is weakest in gas. So the intermolecular space in gases is the largest in comparison to that in liquids and solids. As a result, the molecules in gases are very far apart and completely free to move around in the whole space available to them. How much space they get, they are moved in that place, because the intermolecular force is weakest in gases and intermolecular space is too much, so they can gas also flows. Generally we are saying that once liquids are the fluids because they can flow, but gas is also the fluids, it's also flow. From the properties of solids. Solids have a definite shape. The molecules of solids are very tightly packed and cannot move about freely. So solids have a definite shape. For example, solids such as a coin or a wooden block do not change their shape at room temperature. Some solids such as rubber or elastic and can be made to change their shape by applying the external force. However, on removing the force, the rubber retains its original shape. They are the rubber, the elastics, they change their force due to the external force. When that external force remove, that shapes remain unchanged. The solids have a definite volume. A coin or a wooden block takes up the same amount of space whether it is kept on a table or on the floor. This shows that solids also have a definite volume. So solids have the definite shape and definite volume. Solids have a texture. Different solids feel different when we touch them. That is, they have different texture. For example, a wooden block is hard and smooth, whereas wool is a soft and rough. The solids have many free surfaces. Due to strong forces of attraction, the molecules of solids do not leave their fixed position to move away from one another. Therefore, solids have many free surfaces. Solids are compressible. A solid cannot be, it is incompressible. Solid cannot be compressed because its molecules are very closely packed. But solids expands or contracts to a small extent on being heated or cooled. Only due to the temperature. When we change the temperature of the solids, it becomes little bit expands or little bit contracts due to heated or cooled. Because solid molecules are very closely packed, the solids cannot be compressed. Why? Because its molecules are very closely packed. So what we learned today? Today we learned that the Intermolecular space. What is the intermolecular space and what is the intermolecular force of attraction? The molecules of a substance are held together by a force of attraction between them. This force of attraction is known as intermolecular force of attraction. It depends upon the strength of the intermolecular force. The space between the molecules vary from different states of matter. This space is known as intermolecular space. So what is the intermolecular force? What is the intermolecular space? We learn from this part. Now the arrangement of molecules in solid, liquid and gas. In solids, the intermolecular force is the strongest. In liquid, the intermolecular force of attraction is not so strong, just like a solid. In gas, the intermolecular force of attraction is weakest. So the intermolecular space in gases is largest in comparison to that in solids and liquids. As a result, it can take the volume of the container. How much volume it gets, it's take that container's volume. This is the gas. So intermolecular, due to the intermolecular force strong in solids, the molecules of solids hardly move about, they only vibrate in their space. The liquids can flow, so it is also known as fluid. Liquid takes the volume shape of the container. Liquid takes the shape of the container, it can flow every direction, and gases takes the volume of the container also. The properties of solids. Solids have a definite shape. The molecules of the solids are very tightly packed and cannot move about freely. So solids have a definite shape. Solids have a definite volume. A coin, a wooden block takes up the same amount of space whether it is kept in a table or in the floor. It shows that solids have a definite volume. Solids have a texture. We know that once different solids, when we touch them, we feel different texture. A wooden block is hard and smooth, whereas a wool is soft and rough. So solids have a texture. Solids have many free surfaces. Due to the strong force of attraction, the molecule of solids do not leave their fixed position to move away from one another. Therefore, solids have many free surfaces. So solids are incompressible. A solid cannot be compressed because its molecules are very closely packed. That is why solids are incompressible. But solids expands or contracts to a small extent on being heated or cooled. These are the properties of solids. So next day we learn the properties of liquid. Today we read up to this. Okay.